real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Milan Atkins says she's been friends with the defendant since high school. Milan claims the defendant came to her house for a get-together, and he was mixing pills and alcohol, and as a result, he spit at Milan's friend and threatened to hit her. She's suing for property damage and a reckless behavior fine. Defendant Nathaniel Alvarado admits that he drinks, but insists he does not mix any other drugs with alcohol. Nathaniel says he was not the only one out of control at Milan's party, and therefore denies owing her for the reckless behavior fine.
Tell me what's going on.
We've been friends for a long time, and I've never seen him act as crazy as he did the night of this incident. He spit at my best friend, he threatened to hit her, and I know that he's had a history of mixing pills with alcohol. I'm not sure if that's what was going on, but he was definitely drinking.
What type of pills does he have a history of using?
Anything that you can get from a drugstore. Ibuprofen, cold pills, prescription pills.
Sir?
Your Honor, that is not true. I don't mix pills with alcohol. Don't let Milan fool you, Your Honor. She is known for throwing these kind of big parties. People are drunk, they're rowdy. Her neighbors have called complaints on her for guests coming in.
Do you use hard drugs at all?
No, I don't, Your Honor. I do drink alcohol, Your Honor. I don't do any hard drugs.
I'm interested in that more so than this $700 property damage and fine. I know that's what you're interested in only, but I want to know if you're hanging out with dope fiends too. That's the other part of that.
Wow.
If he's a known dope fiend, what you doing hanging out with him?
He was actually not invited by myself to my apartment, which it was.
Now you don't know him.
No. I know him.
Go ahead. Where do you all know each other from?
From Ypsilanti High School.
Oh, okay. You all from Ypsilanti? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're from 36th District Court, where I sat as a judge. All right, your name is Atkins. That's the chief judge name, Marilyn Atkins. The judge's own daughter in here, huh?
No.
You're not the judge's daughter?
No.
You denying her too now.
Yeah.
Plaintiff Milan Atkins has been friends with the defendant since high school, and she claims he often mixes pills with alcohol.
He was acting wild and out of control?
Yes.
All right, and probably under the influence of what you believe is his habit of mixing drugs with alcohol?
Yes.
All right, how do you want to respond to that? Were you acting out of control at the party?
Your Honor, I was probably acting a little bit out of control, but I do believe everybody there was extremely intoxicated. I wouldn't be surprised if other guests were, mixing drugs with alcohol as well.
As well. You better stay off television. How old are you?
21, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you finish high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You in college?
Not at the moment, sir.
Why?
I'm working
Junior college, training program, skill trade?
I have attended college. I mean, I was attending Washington Community, but I live by myself, and I try to support myself with my full-time job. So I haven't had a chance to return to school.
All right. Now, what property was damaged at the party? And give me some background on the incident.
There weren't very many people there, so I wouldn't even call it a party, but I was throwing a little get-together for my friend's birthday, and it was winter break, so we were all home for the first time since high school, our group of friends. And it was awkward because Nate's ex-boyfriend was there, and Megan Daniels, my best friend, was there as well, and he had just had a conflict with her about a month prior, because I believe he had feelings for her. And so they started to argue, and he was acting really strange, going around telling our other friends that he liked her and that he wanted her to not be mad at him anymore so that they could hang out, and it was just really awkward. So I ended up going outside just to get a little air, and when I came back, my phone was missing. So my other friends helped me look for it. They were trying to figure out what happened, and he was just laughing and wasn't trying to help, like he was having the time of his life because we were confused.
That's not true at all.
Okay. Did you all later talk about it?
Yes.
And what was that discussion? How did it conclude?
To this day, he still denies that he took it.
Okay. And what evidence do you have other than your own testimony that he did? You have any statements from other people, or?
I have witnesses that say that they saw it in the apartment, heard it ringing, but when it came up missing,
How am I to be convinced it was him unless he admits it? You admit it?
No, Your Honor, I
Right.
didn't take her cell phone.
How many people were there?
about 6.
What's the fine for?
The fine
You're suing
is
him also for a fine.
yes, a reckless
You the
behavior
police, or
fine.
you doing it on behalf? You doing it because your mother's the chief judge?
No.
You can administer fines too, huh? Well, I better tell Amir, he can give fines. Tell my son, he can give out fines too.
No.
How old are you?
21.
Amir! Amir's from Detroit. He still has a house in Detroit. He's 22.
Okay.
You in college?
Yes.
Where?
Wayne State University.
Great college. Amir!
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Look at him. Now, he didn't leave. Handsome guy, isn't he? Trying to marry him off. She's and the fine is for what exactly?
For reckless behavior. They fined me, but I feel that he should be the one to pay it. They fined me because of the lights. And I feel like since he was the one that broke the lights in my building, he should be the one to pay for it.
Let's see the fine.
Okay.
It's been reported to our office that your tenant and her guests created a disturbance. It has been reported that multiple disturbances have occurred. And the guest at your party showed up in his underwear. You had several people acting a fool that night. So you can't just blame him.
That was a different night with the guest in the underwear. But
So that's my point. You had guests acting a fool on the 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. What are you having 3 days straight of partying? And this fine was for incidents that occurred over the course of 3 days. Then how can we just hold him responsible for the fine?
because the reckless behavior, I believe, is because of the lights that were broken.
You believe?
Yes.
Plaintiff Milan Atkins has been friends with the defendant since high school, and she claims he often mixes pills with alcohol.
As we see, you had 3 days of partying and several people participating. So how do you blame him for the property damage? Because even you said you believe, you're not sure.
Other than me and the friend that I was with, who I know wasn't the one that broke it, he was the only one that left the apartment. And he actually told me that he broke it, but he didn't say that to police.
Did you ever tell her you broke it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did admit to breaking it.
You done went from alcohol, now you sound like you on crack.
Your Honor, if you give me a chance to explain.
Go ahead.
Like you said, I did break the lighting fixture that night, although I do believe that the fee that they are imposing for the lighting fixture is a little outrageous to want to charge me $450 for one lighting fixture that I broke. And like you pointed out, with the, reckless behavior, it's multiple times. I feel like, the apartment complex
You
decided
need to be quiet, sir, on that. All right?
All right.
Now, on the property damage, ma'am, you have the estimate?
Yes.
He's admitting now that he caused damage to your property.
Mm-hmm.
$494, sir, for the fixtures. Do you have something different?
Your Honor, I just believe that's quite a figure for one light
She has
fixture.
well, no, fixtures cost a pretty penny. And she has an estimate. $494 is your judgment, ma'am. I'm not going to grant you monies for the fine. This fine assessment involves several people on several days, so we can't pin it all on him. In fact, we don't know who specifically did what, other than the underwear man. We do know about him. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I admitted to breaking the lighting fixture. I'm sorry, and we've been friends forever. I hope we can just put this incident behind us.
Well, I appreciate your apology. I'm just really sorry that it came to this. I thought that you were my friend, but to find out that things like this happened on my property really hurts me.